Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for an Unveiling Beauty episode tonight. As you can see, Nick Stinson nor Ammon Carver are here. I have brought some Ulta Beauty Design Team members. Gilad Goldstein is here. He's going to be our co-host. And before we jump into everything, I wanted to quickly introduce myself. Again, my name is Haley Kimble, and I am the senior manager for the design team at Ulta Beauty. I got started with Ulta Beauty about 10 years ago and started just as a stylist behind the chair. Made my way through education roles and then eventually onto the original artistic team. And then fortunately a few years back was promoted onto the design team for Ulta Beauty. I spent many good years there, and just this year earlier was promoted into the senior manager role. So I work with some great humans, hairstylists, and I'm really happy for you to meet some of them tonight. But first I want you to meet Gilad, and he's going to take us into our topic.
Yeah, so hi everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Gilad Goldstein. I've been with Ulta Beauty for about 6 years now. I'm a hairstylist and I am a member of our design team. So I actually was blessed to join the education team a few years back. Haley was leading the artistic team at that point. I actually took a few classes with her. She's pretty dope. And after that, I ended up auditioning and joining our design team. And now I'm really blessed to say that I have some of the top industry leaders sharing their tips and tricks with me and just showing me how I can really jumpstart my future career. So really, really exciting stuff. Love being on our design team. And I'm just really excited to be here on this episode of Unveiling Beauty.
Gilad, I'm so happy you're here and so honored that you called me dope, because you're definitely pretty dope yourself. Before we just drive right into our first guest, could we talk about what are we going to talk about tonight? Like, I mean, you might have figured it out by our shirts, but give us our topic.
Today is all about pride. So June is Pride Month. We are living proud, living strong. So we're going to talk all things pride tonight. And we have some really special guests who have a lot of really great things to share with us to educate ourselves on why pride is so important and why we all need to be a part of it. So our first guest, I'm really excited to introduce. He is a really special person, very talented educator, super handsome, and just an all-around amazing guy.
Hi guys, hi everyone. Thank you so much for that introduction. I was like, I don't know who's gonna Gilad percent that it can't be me.
No, Beto, you're super cool. Of course it's you.
Thank you guys. I'm so excited to be here. And I'm pretty sure that you guys are gonna do a lot more of those episodes because Haley and Gilad are like some of the most exciting people I know.
Beto, we could definitely say the same of you. Thank you for coming on and being here with us. I wanted, obviously you and I got to work together at the Michigan Avenue location, and I so value that time, but I think you have such a great story and such an evolution from your time joining Ulta Beauty. So I want you to talk a little bit about how you got started and how that led to the design team.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of a different story because I think a lot of people from the design team, if not everyone so far in the design team, they started as an Ulta Beauty stylist, and I feel like we've all sensed that we have the opportunity to grow our career. So eventually the stylists want to be a part of the design team and we go through auditions. I started a little bit different because I came from private owned salons, and I've been an educator for a couple of years now for Wella and for GHD. Excuse me, for Wella and for GHD. So I've been doing coloring and styling. And there were many beauty events when I worked side by side with the Ulta Beauty team. I actually particularly remember the America's Beauty show that is hosted here in Chicago. And I noticed the team right away. I noticed that there was a very strong teamwork. You can sense that energy when everybody cares about each other and they really try to help each other. I particularly can think about Leo working on a ponytail and everybody was around them just trying to like help him and assist him. And it was just like a beautiful thing to see. And then suddenly Ammon showed up, and of course he like spread his like glitter magic, and it just like sort of like it all came together. And I wanted that for myself. So I'm a strong believer that everything that you see and you want for yourself, you have to go get it. So I just started going to all of the Ulta Beauty hosted events where there were like runway shows. I saw you, Haley, working at a show here in Chicago. And I just started reaching out to everyone that I could. And I finally got a call back to audition for design team and for the salon at the same time. And I made it. So I'm super happy. And I am certain that this is the best thing that has happened to my career so far.
Yeah, that's really cute, actually, Beto. I remember the first training I had with you. It was like brand new, and we were like, "Oh, who's this like really good-looking guy over here?" It's like, what's happening?
I was thinking the same about Kristina and Dina. I swear to God, like when I saw you guys, and then I saw Kristina and Dina, who are the two design team people that joined with me. I was like, "Is this a runway show? What is going on here?"
Literally supermodels. Beto, so a lot of the viewers don't know this about you, but you just got engaged to your fiance, Jerry, who's also such a super cutie guy. So tell us a little bit about your engagement and, how you feel supported by Ulta Beauty as a member of the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah, so it was very exciting, the engagement. I think the first support that I got from Ulta, and this is going to sound kind of funny, but was actually get a paid vacation. So I could actually plan something super fun for a trip where we could get engaged. So thank you, Ulta Beauty, for that, because it's something that I have not experienced ever before at a salon that I've worked. Like having all of these benefits, like a paid vacation is like super important. And it really becomes part of like your life and the things that you create in your life, like getting engaged it was for us. And I don't know, you want to say a little bit about that?
Well, I agree. It was part of, the benefit you have with working with Ulta. And I mean, I get to marry my best friend and another creative artist. So I'm an artist, so it was something I could really relate to.
It was really, really exciting. And the other thing that I think is super important that I felt very supported by Ulta is that it really does feel like it's my home. I think that this is where all of these values of diversity and the culture of inclusivity really comes to play, because it really makes all of the people, it doesn't matter if you're part of a minority, it doesn't matter if there's no issues with any of the backgrounds or cultural stuff. Like you always feel welcome there. So obviously everybody from the salon, like they reach out and they congratulated me. A lot of the people from the design team, like all of my friends from the design team, they reached out. So I felt very supported. But in general, I think it's really important that we have a culture of really embracing everyone that has a talent and has that thrill to work at the salon or even at the store at Ulta Beauty.
I want to ask you, how do you feel like the audience can better support the LGBTQ community?
So we're in such a different time than any other year, and it's been kind of like a challenge to me to feel festive sometimes about Pride, because at the end of the day, like the biggest celebration that we have, and we get to like go on the street and show how colorful we can all be and just be whoever you want to be. It's usually the Pride celebration and the Pride parades. And I mean, sadly, so far, a lot of those celebrations have been rescheduled. We don't even know if it's going to be canceled. But what I can encourage you is that if we're still practicing social distancing, if massive events are still being postponed or canceled this year, we still have our social media outlets. I feel like it's so important that we've all taken that task of delivering education via Zoom calls online, Unveiling Beauty. We're finding ways to still connect even if we're keeping social distance. So I would just ask that you use all your channels, your social media to still show support, because even if it's not walking alongside with a member of the LGBTQ community or somebody that's an ally, there's still ways to support online. It still counts. We still feel loved and support any single minority. And I'm not just talking right now about Pride, but any single thing that has to be celebrated, it still can be celebrated online. So just like use your social media channels. And also I feel really proud about being part of the Ulta Beauty family because I feel like it's a company that has celebrated all diversity and all, even for minorities, all year round. It's not like just June for Pride Month. We're like doing all these crazy celebrations. It really is kind of like a culture that is that we're all taught at our workplace, and I think that it's important that we support all of the brands that you can tell they're like helping and supporting our cause all year round and not just for June. So proud to be part of the Ulta Beauty family for that too.
Well said. Definitely, like, you know, just being online, being on social media right now, it's kind of our responsibility to spread the message. So I love that you're sharing it that way too. Super cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So on a slightly different note though, Beto, you are, you know, you're becoming a veteran, but you're still kind of like a new member of this design team. But, you know, can you tell us what are some of your favorite parts about being on this team?
Well, there's so much that I love about the design team. In fact, I mean, I love my clients and I love seeing them at the salon, but obviously every time we all get together and we work together in photo shoots, it's always like my favorite part is the thrill of working with models, the thrill of doing hair. And we've all become such close friends and we've all worked together so often now. Well, not this year, but like we've all worked in so many events together and photo shoots that I feel like we've all clicked perfectly. I'm so excited to work with the new design team members that unfortunately haven't had the opportunity to work all those events and do this crazy creations and do things on stage that we usually do. But that's definitely my favorite part, is just like getting together as a family that it really feels like we are in the design team. And I'm just looking forward for that.
Well said, Beto. This team is very much like a family. I just want to say thank you for coming on, sharing, you know, a little bit of your background, but a big moment to celebrate for you with your engagement and what makes this team so fun, so good. With that, Gilad, if you don't have anything else for Beto, I think we're gonna say bye for now. Look forward to the next time we get to see your face.
Stacy Ann is a newer member of our design team. We've been stalking her social media. I love seeing her work on natural hair, love seeing her hair cutting. She's really, really talented and definitely one to look out for. So why don't we bring on Stacy Ann? Hi, Stacy Ann.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, looking good in your Ulta Beauty Pride shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So Stacy Ann, thank you so much for coming on the show with us. We're really excited to have you, especially on this really special episode for Pride. So I just want to ask you, you know, you're brand new to our design team. We haven't had a chance to really work together. Why don't you share with us how your experience has been on the team so far? And how did you even get here?
Being on this design team has been the best experience ever. I get to be on a team with a lot of talented stylists and mentor by the amazing design team. And how I got here, one day I was working in the salon at Ulta Beauty, and Tequila had a presentation to do there. And I walk in the salon and I saw Tequila and I was like, oh my God, it's Tequila Riley. Like, I look up to her, I admire her. And I started working on my client, and Tequila, you know, she walked over to me and she said, have you ever thought about being on the design team? And I said, I've always dreamed of it. For 5 years now, I've been dreaming of it. And she said, I really think that you should go ahead and audition because you're very talented. And that was the best day of my life. And I took her advice and I went ahead, I applied and I got it. And I'm so happy and grateful.
Stacey-Ann, I'm so happy and grateful that you took that advice from Tequila, because you've been a wonderful member of this team just in your short time joining us. And just working with you is awesome. So despite the setback of 2020 or the learnings of 2020, you are rolling with it. You're a great member of this team already. I wanted to ask you, because I know we've had a lot of fun conversation. Yeah, of course. I know we've had a lot of fun conversation, learning conversation, but I want to hear, like, what's your experience been like to this point with the design team?
Experience so far, it's really like, I learn a lot of stuff. I get pushed out of my comfort a lot, which is really, really good because I need that, you know, in order to grow. I'm learning how to communicate on a whole nother level. And I'm also learning how to develop my presentation skills.
I think that's really awesome, Stacy-Ann. And just like to let you know and be straight up, like you're already a really great facilitator, presenter. We've been watching your work and I see it and it's amazing. So I'm just like really excited to meet you in person again and actually get to work together.
Stacy-Ann, I know you've been on for a few brief minutes, but always wonderful few minutes with you. Hope to see you back on here again, but happy to see your face, happy to hear your positivity as always. I think we're going to take it to our next guest, so we'll say adios for now, but good to see you and hear from you.
I love her. She's really great. So we do have one more guest that I'm really excited to introduce. I have gotten to work with her for about 2 years now. She's beautiful. She's talented. She not only does hair, but she also models. We've gotten some amazing images of her. So let's bring out Cristina Rodriguez. Hey, Queen.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, Tina.
Hey.
I miss you.
Oh, I know. It's so nice to see you guys.
Tina, thank you for being on. You're such a wonderful part of this team. We want to quickly ask you a little bit about your story and how you ended up on the design team at Ulta Beauty.
Yeah, sure. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I just realized this month is my 7th Ultaversary. So I've been with Ulta for 7 years. So I can't even believe I almost forgot that because like we've all been home. I haven't like really been in the salon and stuff, but hopefully soon. Safety first as always. But yeah, I started with Ulta because a friend recommended it to me, and I was at a private salon before that. Didn't really have any growth in that salon, so after like a few times for being like, just apply, I finally applied, started working in the salon in like South Jersey. A few years later, made my way to the Manhattan location, which is great, love it there. I feel like every location I've ever been at with Ulta though, I've always found some sort of family, like everyone just brought me in, which I absolutely adore, and I feel like it's really rare for people to be able to say that about a company, especially going from like one location to the next. So love that. And then to try out for design team, let the first opportunity completely pass me by. I was like, no. Didn't really think that was something that I wanted to do. I was just terrified, like my own worst enemy kind of thing. So second year came around, had support from like friends, family, at work at my salon. So I finally got out of my own way, dedicated, put my heart and soul into my application. And here I am, second year with Ulta Beauty Design Team. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so weird to say.
That's amazing. Tina, honestly, like pretty much immediately, I think we all felt like you were a part of the family because you just have like this like energy. When you come in the room, you're just like, hey girl, and your smile's like as big as anything. So I know we all like take the energy from you and go with it. And we do feel like a big family. So speaking of family, it is Pride. Pride is all about family.
Totally.
How have you seen Ulta Beauty highlighting Pride?
Oh my God, honestly, how have I not? Their support with like PFLAG and their efforts to advance equality. I really like this year they've been taking little like sound bites from associates, anywhere from like corporate to like working in the salon, like anywhere throughout the company. People have been sharing their stories, and I think that's really special because it shows that we're more than just like a big corporation. Like there's people behind the company. And I really, really appreciate that. I saw some of you guys on there too. It was great. And another thing that they're doing too is they're showcasing other artists on their Instagram feed. And I don't know, I just feel like it's just been a very like huge celebration, and not only with the LGBT community, but also BLM, which was huge too, to work for a company that's so outspoken for what's true and right. Like, I'm so proud to work for Ulta Beauty, honestly.
I just have to say, happy Ultaversary. That's a big moment. So
Thanks.
glad you've been on and been a part of this team. You've been wonderful. I think last question for you today, like we've asked everyone else, but what does pride mean to you?
So pride to me, if I had to boil it down to one word, I'd probably say unity, also family as well. I think it's just coming together, celebrating who you are uniquely. Sometimes you don't even know who you are, you know what I mean? And sometimes it takes other people to bring out the best in you. Like, I didn't even want to try out for design team. It took other people to, you know, kind of like showcase what I didn't see in myself. Like, I remember also Sonia Dove, she told me something that has like stuck with me. Sonia Dove, for those of you who don't know, she is on the Ulta Beauty Pro team, and she is amazing at her craft and one of our mentors, and just, I can't say enough good words about her. But she just said, never dim your light for others to shine bright. And that's what pride means to me. Do not dim your light for others to shine bright. Like, everybody should just shine the brightest that they are, because that's who you are.
So true. And you know, everyone is the best when they're just being themselves, being legit.
Exactly. And I feel like even though with like COVID and everything and the parades are canceled, like Pride is not canceled, obviously, you know? So it's really nice to see like not only just Ulta Beauty, but so many other companies and people still celebrating that, and like letting them know, like, just because we're not marching now like in the street, like we're still here.
So true. I love that, Tina. Thank you so much for sharing with all of us, because we definitely love hearing from you, and you look absolutely beautiful as always.
And my beautiful Beauty Without Limits shirt, you know?
They're so comfortable.
They are literally, I wish that like everybody could feel the comfort of these t-shirts like through this screen right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tina. It was awesome seeing you.
Okay, see you soon. Bye. Love you guys. See you soon.
Oh, just love her. She's not only beautiful on the outside, but continuously even more on the inside.
Totally.
Good to have on. So, Gilad, I would be remiss not to take the opportunity before we wrap up, before we close today. Like, obviously, we've had many design team members on that have shared their view of what pride means to them, but I'd love to ask you, what does pride mean to you?
Pride to me is being yourself and being authentic. And it's not something that I've always been comfortable with, because we are always growing as people. We're always struggling to get validation from others. But when it comes down to it, you have to be proud to be yourself. So for me, I'm just happy that I'm constantly surrounded by a great team, a great family, and I feel supported and empowered to just be me. So that's what pride means to me. I think we have a whole team of people that weren't able to be on this show, but we did want to find out what pride means to them. So I think we have a video that we can roll, and let's hear it from them.
My name is Justin Tovis Vinceleon, and I am a member of the Ulta Beauty Design Team. And as a member of the LGBTQ+ community, I often feel the most supported when there's an active and ongoing and positive conversation surrounding the LGBTQ+ community going on around me. One way you can support the LGBTQ+ community is to show young people that it is okay for them to be themselves and to be authentic around you, and that there's no reason for them to mute their self-expression or try to be someone that they're not. You can also simply reach out to an LGBTQ+ youth member and share some resources with them. To me, pride in one word means inclusion. So please don't forget to stay informed and to get involved in the fights ahead. Thank you so much, and happy Pride Month.
One way to help the LGBTQ community is to live each day with an open heart and open mind. Living this way is going to help evolve our culture into being more accepting. Pride means being unapologetically yourself, no matter who you are or who you love.
Hi guys, I'm Anthony Nigran. I'm part of the Ulta Beauty Design Team and I'm also an elite stylist behind the chair. What are some ways the audience could show support to the LGBT community? Some ways that the audience could show support to the LGBT community are just to be open, not stereotyping, and also embracing everybody for who they are. In one word, what does pride mean to you? What pride means to me in one word, I would say accepting. You have to accept your authentic self and love who you are, embrace who you are, and just be yourself at all times.
Hi, my name is Galina Pozvinsky and I'm part of Ulta Beauty Design Team. To me, pride means inclusion. Everybody has a right to be included, respected, and appreciated in their communities.
Hi, Takira Ingram, Ulta Beauty Design Team, and what pride means to me is family.
Gilad, just love this team so much. I'm so glad y'all get to see their faces all across the country. We're 17 members strong and so happy to have been here and celebrated pride and team unity and lifting each other up today. Any final words from you, Gilad?
Absolutely. I mean, just, it's Pride Month, be kind. That's what it's all about. Love each other and love yourself. So it's been awesome, Haley.
Well said. Sending you lots of love. Thank you for being on with me and co-hosting. Thank you all for watching. We hope you have a great night and we look forward to seeing you next time on Unveiling Beauty.